Hey guys, 681 Shadow, your coach of the Connecticut Krookodiles, and today for CPC Season 3 Week 10, we are taking on a good friend of ours, Gypsy King, coach of the Sydney Sharpedos. Guys, go please check out his channel in the description below. Gypsy is probably the best draft league format player I have ever seen. He's able to play really well, and his prep is always just amazing, and currently, not to brag too much about him, but he is currently in the National Pokeball League Finals, which is a very prestigious league. So props to him. Definitely go check out his channel for top quality draft league format. It will definitely be very informative to you. So for this match, I'll just go over the team that I brought quickly. Before I go over that, his team is very threatening. It's definitely one that I had a bit of trouble prepping for. Thus, I needed some help. So shout out to Prado for helping me prep for this match. So, just to go over what I brought, I brought a superior with the typical Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Glare, and then I also brought on it Mirror Coat, and I brought Focus Sash so that if his Reuniclus wanted to, if he was gonna bring Reuniclus, which he didn't, which like really surprised me, but if he was gonna bring it, and he was like, if I need to shut down his Reuniclus, I would live with the Focus Sash and be able to knock him out with a Mirror Coat, which is nice. It's very nice. So it was a check for his Reuniclus, which really just does a lot of work to my team. And also he has things like the Slowbro and the Golurk that don't appreciate taking a Leaf Storm. I mean Slowking, not Slowbro. Slowking and Golurk and the Keldeo that don't appreciate taking a Leaf Storm. But the Keldeo is kind of not the best thing to deal. And Keldeo can be faster than me, so because Keldeo, it's common to run Scarf and not on Superior, and I'm not running Scarf, so if he's Scarf, he's faster than me, which could be very troublesome for us. Next up, we have Raichu. We decided to run a more physical Raichu this week to once again take on the Reuniclus, as well as we did have the Nuzzle on it, so we can paralyze some of his faster things, such as like the Kyurem Black and the Keldeo, if they want to switch in. And overall, just like knockoff, Volt Tackle, just a fun physical Raichu set. And next up, we had Zardex with Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake, which hits the majority of his team. So it is definitely going to be a really good offensive mon for this match. Then we have Manaphy, who has Tail Glow, Scald, Ice Beam, and Energy Ball to take on, which hits most of his team. Which basically just covers his team mostly super effectively, I believe. Some things will be taken neutrally, but nothing really wants to take a +3 Scald from a Manaphy if it doesn't take anything else super effectively. So Manaphy is also going to be a very important offensive win con for this match. Next up, we have the Weezing, who is just a... Actually, I should say just a... That's actually a pretty cool set that we came up with for the Weezing. We're running the Custap Berry this week to basically, for his bigger threats, like for example the Kyurem Black, if it wants to lock itself into Outrage. I have Indoor, Custap, Destiny Bond, so that could help me to take out some of his really big threats. So I feel like that would really help me out with some stuff like Kyurem, Reuniclus, just a bunch of threats that are just really painful to deal with for my team. And then lastly, we just have Seismitoad to set up rocks, and then other than that, Rocks, Toxic, Scald, the usual type set for Seismitoad. And Gypsy does have a very powerful team this season, and it was definitely a match that I was looking forward to, since I have known him for quite a while now. We've known each other like since the beginning. I feel like since like the beginning of the year, and we have never actually battled before. So I was looking forward to this a lot. Even though I knew it was going to be a tough time for me, judging by just other than just skill, if I was looking at just a team matchup, I knew I was going to have a tough time to deal with this team. But anyways, we can get right into the battle now, as I put on normal speed for commentary and play. So I lead off with Seismitoad because getting rocks up would be really good to get rid of the Kyurem, but he predicts that perfectly just by going for the taunt, and so I can't use my stealth rock. So he sets up toxic spikes right here as I go for a scald. Now here was where I was kicking myself during the battle because I'm making the decision between, okay, should I bring Seismitoad as my rocker or should I bring Fortress as my rocker? And I decided to bring Seismitoad, but with these T-spikes, if I brought Fortress, I could have spun them away. So that already puts me down in this match, despite the skill gap. We're already down in this match because we don't have much of a way to deal with these toxic spikes. So now here, if I resume it, I believe I switch into Charizard X on the knockoff. Because I knew he was just trying to get damage on the Seismitoad, so I was like, okay, I'll switch into my Mega. And right here, I think I just go for the Earthquake, which he just goes into the Slowking, which can take what I have. And I do get a crit, not like it really matters, because I believe I think this has Regenerator. And now here, I go for the Dragon Claw on the Golurk switch. It does about 40%. As I'm just going to switch right here into the Seismitoad again, thinking, okay, because he's in with this, I can get up my rocks no matter what, which will be good for to deter the Kyurem, since it'll take 25% coming in. So now he's going to switch into his Tangrowth, as I get up my rocks. So now I'm just going to go for knockoff, sacking this thing off, seeing as it got up its rocks, it has no real other purpose. Right, what I should have done there, I should have went for the Toxic, but well, we do still have to deal with this thing. So now I go into my Weezing, I click Flamethrower, and I get the burn, which is unfortunate, that 10% chance. It is a bit hacksy, but it didn't really, I feel like it probably just affected differential of the match. You'll see why afterwards that the Golurk could have, what Golurk could have, done for this match. But that thing just goes down as he goes into the Keldeo here, and I decide to go for the Endure, as he's just going to go for the Surf, which brings me down to 1%. And then he figures that I'm Custap, so he switches out as to go for the Destiny Bond. And here I'm just gonna Flamethrower, I believe. Actually, no, I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp, as he's going to Whirlwind me out. So now Weezing is just fodder now, because I'm at 1% and he does have rocks up, and I have no hazard removal on my team, which is unfortunate. So now I just go for the Volt Tackle, see how much damage that's going to do. It does about 35. See how defensive he is, and Whirlwind. Wow, I'm just blanking out on all these names. But here I just go for the Scald. I'm going to go for the Scald here just to get this Drapion out of here. So that's that thing out of the way. And now he has his two main offensive threats and his two main defensive threats, which is not that good for me. So now I switch into the Charizard right here, as he just goes for the Leaf Storm. And what I could have done here is, what I should have done here, because he's going to switch into the Slowking, I should have set up a Dragon Dance, lived on one, and then went for a Dragon Claw. But I didn't do that, sadly. I think that would have been a better play on my part. But I just lose Charizard. I go into Raichu and then he switches into Tangrowth on the Nuzzle. I just want to paralyze whatever he wanted to bring in. And now I Volt Switch out into the Superior, which he predicts by going for, I believe I go to Superior. Yeah, Superior, which he predicts perfectly by going in for the Sludge Bomb, which is not the best scenario for me. My Mirror Coat strategy won't work. So now I can just go for the Dragon Pulse. Probably should have stacked off Weezing there and then Mirror Coated this, but it is what it is. I just stack off Weezing right there. And at this point, I have no way to win this battle, so I just try to kill the, I try to kill this, but we don't actually kill, and we get knocked out by Leaf Storm, and he's just going to switch his Tangrowth out into Kyurem Black to knock out my Raichu, to save the differential on his end. So, let's good game the Gypsy. It was definitely a good battle. I'm not at all salty about losing. I had a feeling that we were going to lose. I possibly could have, I probably possibly could have nuzzled there, and that could have done something for me. But it is what it is. Nothing to be, nothing to be mad about. It was a good battle, and I did fall out. But that also sadly means that we cannot make playoffs this season, which is fine. It's not something that I'm upset about because also does help me to look towards the future for the league and to make sure everything's running smoothly. So it takes stress off. It takes stress off me, which is good. With especially with me being in school and trying to get as best quality content as possible out to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. Definitely go check out Gypsy King's channel down in the description below. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you all next time.